She stood behind the glass, holding her newborn son, Archie, as flashbulbs popped and the world watched. But behind that royal smile was a woman breaking quietly under the weight of centuries-old expectations. Just weeks before, Meghan Markle had confessed to a friend, "I'm not okay." The fairy tale was cracking. What began as a love story between an American actress and a British prince became a battlefield for race, identity, and self-worth. But it was in her darkest moment, facing global headlines and private tears, that Meghan made a choice to stop surviving and start living. This is the story of her rise. Born in Los Angeles in 1981, to a black mother and a white father, Meghan Markle's life was never simple. Even as a child, she noticed how the world tried to fit her into boxes that didn't quite fit. At school, she was too white for some and too black for others. Her mother, Doria, a yoga instructor and social worker, taught her grace under pressure. Her father, Tom, worked in television, where Meghan got her first taste of storytelling. Long before she wore a tiara, Meghan was hustling in Hollywood, rejected for roles because she wasn't black enough or white enough. She found fame playing Rachel Zane on Suits, where she carved out her space in a tough industry. But even then, she was more than an actress. She was writing essays on gender equality, giving speeches at the UN, and using her voice to challenge injustice. Then came Prince Harry. Their relationship captivated the world, but what followed was brutal. The media turned against her, digging into her past, mocking her heritage, and twisting her words. She faced relentless racist undertones and was told to keep quiet for the good of the monarchy. She tried to play the part, smiling, waving, staying silent, but slowly she was fading. The pressure, the racism, the loss of identity, it pushed her to the edge. In 2020, Meghan and Harry made the bold decision to step back from royal duties. It shocked the world, but for Meghan, it was survival, it was freedom, and in that courageous act, she reclaimed her voice and inspired millions. Lesson 1. Silence isn't strength. Speaking up is when Meghan sat with Oprah Winfrey in 2021 and said, "I just didn't want to be alive anymore." It stunned the world. For the first time, a royal figure admitted the unspoken truth. Mental health matters, even behind palace walls. In that moment, Meghan shattered the illusion that keeping silent is noble. Her honesty gave others permission to speak up too. She didn't do it to attack, she did it to survive and to help others do the same. In everyday life, think of the student who's drowning in anxiety but too afraid to speak up, or the employee facing burnout who's told to just push through. Meghan's courage teaches us silence can be deadly. Real strength is asking for help, setting boundaries, and choosing to live honestly. Message: speaking up isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Lesson 2. You don't have to fit in to belong. From her childhood to the British tabloids, Meghan was often treated like she didn't belong. Her mixed-race identity was dissected, doubted, and debated. At one point, a royal family member questioned how dark her baby's skin would be. But Meghan didn't let others define her. She chose to embrace her full identity: black and white, American and global, actress and activist. She made space for herself and others who felt like outsiders. For the rest of us, maybe you're the only woman in the boardroom, or the first in your family to go to college. Maybe you feel like you don't fit the mold. Meghan's journey reminds us, you don't need to shrink yourself to be accepted. Own who you are. That's power. Message: belonging starts when you stop apologizing for who you are. Lesson 3. Protect your peace, even if it costs you everything. Walking away from royalty, the titles, the castles, the legacy, most people would hold on tight, but Meghan and Harry chose peace. They stepped away from it all to protect their mental health, their child, and their marriage. The world called it megacit, but for Meghan, it was a rebirth. In leaving, she gained the one thing she had lost, herself. In real life, think of the entrepreneur who leaves a toxic job to build her dream, or the young woman who cuts ties with a draining relationship. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. Meghan's story is proof. Sometimes you have to walk away from what's killing you, even if it looks perfect on the outside. Message: peace is worth the price. Lesson 4. Use the spotlight to light the way for others. After stepping back, Meghan didn't disappear. She amplified her voice. She started Archwell, produced documentaries, and continued advocating for mental health, gender equality, and racial justice. She even partnered with nonprofits, helping mothers and girls around the world. Instead of using fame for fame's sake, she turned it into a force for good. How does this translate to everyday people? Maybe you have 200 followers, not 2 million. Maybe you're not on magazine covers, but your voice matters. You can speak up for someone bullied at school, share a post about injustice, mentor someone struggling. Meghan shows us that influence isn't about status, it's about intention. Message: if you have a platform, even a small one, use it with purpose. Lesson 5. Heal loudly, so others don't have to suffer quietly. Meghan didn't hide her scars, she turned them into stories. Whether through her podcast, her interviews, or her philanthropy, she shared not just her triumphs, but her traumas. She made healing public and powerful. In doing so, she created space for collective healing, for people of color, for women, for anyone told to stay strong and keep smiling. Relatable: think of someone who turns their recovery into a blog, or a friend who starts a support group after losing someone. By healing out loud, we invite others to stop suffering in silence. Meghan's courage is contagious. Message: your healing isn't just for you, it's a light for someone else. Meghan Markle's journey isn't just a royal story, it's a human one. It's about facing rejection, pressure, racism, and loss, and still choosing truth, love, and self-worth. From speaking up about mental health, to walking away from toxic systems, to using her voice for change, Meghan has shown us that power isn't about titles, it's about authenticity. It's about protecting your peace, owning your identity, and lifting others as you rise. Her life says, you can rewrite your story, you can start over, and most of all, you are worthy, just as you are. Now the question is, what will you rise from?